right, welcome back for lecture number 1. We are going to be looking at creating willpower with Kelly McGonigal, a PhD from Stanford University. You may notice that these courses are YouTube-based. I found 4 of the best videos, or 5 or 6, that I thought would really help us understand how we can move from a purpose-driven life to a process-driven life. Kelly McGonigal wrote the book, The Willpower Instinct, How Self-Control Works, Why It Matters, and What You Can Do to Get More of It. And she also, surprisingly, my wife is a yoga instructor. I also found this book in our house by Kelly McGonigal, by coincidence. Kelly McGonigal, PhD, teacher of yoga, meditation, and psychology at the University of Stanford in California. So very impressive resume. So in this lecture, we will have the complete video, as I mentioned. It is, let me see here. It is about, 15 minutes and 44 seconds. But we're only going to look at 5 short clips. I have a YouTube player embedded in the course lecture for you to watch the whole video at your leisure if you'd like. But we're going to look at the 5 fallacies that we have when we try to create a habit through willpower alone. So what we're going to look at first, she begins with the idea that we mistake our desires, satisfying our desires and our wanting for happiness. And she says that, it's the chase that we're into. It's not the actual acquisition of our desires. And I think this happens a lot in TV commercials. You really want it. You think it's going to make you happy. And then when you get it, you just end up wanting something else. You might notice from my hairstyle that I don't have hair. On ESPN, there's a whole bunch of commercials about men wanting to have hair. Like if I just had hair, everything would be right with the world. And they always show women, before they have hair, there's no women in the commercial. And then after they have hair, there's always a woman hanging over their shoulders, hugging them or whispering in their ear. So, I think for men, if I just had hair, everybody would like me. Everything would be great. And so this is kind of this consumer culture we live in. They're trying to generate desire, a need that we have to quench. It doesn't lead to long-term happiness. Behaviors, experiences, choose our habits wisely so that we live a fulfilling life. So here we go with mistaking wanting for happiness.
It's one of the biggest mistakes that we make that can lead to our own willpower challenges, that we mistake the inner experience of desire or the inner experience of wanting for the experience of happiness. And what neuroscientists now know is that actually this area of the brain that the rats were stimulating and the human patients were stimulating is the area of the brain that is activated by all the things that we tend to get addicted to. Things like reality TV and drugs and cigarettes and food, Krispy Kreme donuts and wine, our internet devices, everything that we feel like, just one more and then it'll be enough, but it never is enough. It's basically things that are activating this area of the brain that the rats were self-stimulating and humans were self-stimulating. And it turns out that one of the best ways to break free of any addiction, whether it's to food or to a substance or to shopping or to gambling, is to actually learn to distinguish the inner experience of desire, which is actually quite stressful, and the experience of happiness or satisfaction. And whether it's with new drugs that are helping change the system of the brain, or whether it's techniques like mindfulness meditation that is teaching people how to tune in to the huge gap between wanting and actual happiness. This is one of the most promising areas of research in the science of willpower.
So I wanted to mention too, we're really into achievement, and we want to win, we want to succeed. And when we don't, we get frustrated and we tend to have a relapse. And this is what she's talking about when she talks about self-care, self-compassion. It's a journey, it's a practice, it's a new way of living, and it takes time to develop.